Hello everyone! The clip you're about to hear is from one of our exclusive Patreon episodes on a recent horror release, and just like all of our other episodes, it might include major spoilers for said horror release, so don't listen to it if you haven't already seen it. You've officially been warned. And if you'd like to hear the full episode, just head on over to patreon.com/horrorqueers and subscribe today. Without further ado, here is your exclusive Patreon clip.
Well, why don't we dig into this? Because I think the movie starts off in a really smart way. Trace, we're back into the realm of sort of social media influencer horror. So it's been a year for this, hasn't it?
I know. I feel like it's been a year of sexual assault and social media satire.
Oh my God. It's the title of our new podcast.
Oh my God. Yeah. But I think that these moments, anytime we see Cecilia using social media, to the point where we also get like shots of her pupils dilating and her blood vessels expanding as her, I think it's a serotonin boost.
Mm-hmm.
That I think is a fascinating thing that this film does that I really, really like and almost wish it would have like done more with.
Yeah, I wish it had leaned into it a little bit more as well. And I think that's part of the reason why the back half of the film doesn't work quite as well for me, because the film kind of forgets that that's who she is. Like, and I understand why. I think it does make sense, but particularly in these early moments, the movie is telling us so much about who she is without really having to lay any exposition. So we open with her delivering this kind of like bullshitty namaste influencer video. And I think it works because we have all seen this person in, I'm using air quotes, real life. Like, this shit comes across my Instagram feed all the time. And I don't mean to say this shit as in, oh, it has no value. Because I'm not Alex, I'm not Jamie, I'm not Fran, I'm not any of these people saying like, well, what are you really accomplishing with this? But it's so fabricated, right? Like, to me, it doesn't feel authentic because you're doing it to try to encourage people to either buy something, to like something. Like, Cecilia is very much a construction in these videos.
Yes, and I would argue even in real life. Well, at least once she comes across Emma's path again. Like, it seems like, you know, yeah, she has her persona, per se, that she does in her videos. And, like, maybe we get to see who the real Cecilia is before she meets Emma walking around this convenience store. But I feel like from that moment on, she is back into her persona. And it's frustrating, but again, it's the thing where I'm like, but I get it, you know? Like, she clearly has a lot of social anxiety and a lot of social issues and, you know, some trauma that she's recovering from.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's why I have trouble connecting with this movie, because I don't ever connect with Sissy. And we talk about unlikable characters a lot and how that's not really a valid critique, because characters don't have to be likable, right, for a movie to work or to accomplish what it's trying to do. And so on a level, I feel a little bit unfair saying this, but it's like, I don't know, because I never get a feel of who Sissy really is outside of this mask she puts on for people. So it makes it harder for me to connect with this film.
That is interesting, because I feel like who we see in the videos is absolutely fake. Like, this is a persona that she has created, in part definitely to cope with her trauma, but also I think it's her like recovery mechanism, right? Like, this is who she aspires to be, but it only really works when she has the camera on, or when, yes, as you said, she's engaging with the reactions and she's getting that serotonin burst. But when we see her interacting with Emma, and then especially with Alex later on, I feel like that's actually who she really is. It's not just the social insecurity or the awkwardness. It's like she disappears as a person, right? Like, she loses her agency. She's unsure of herself. She doesn't know how to stand up for herself.
Oh, it's so frustrating.
But I don't feel like that's a construction. Like, I think she's just really bad at interacting with people in real life. And especially these people that she has a history of trauma with.
Well, and that's where the satire's coming in, right? And, like, it's interesting that we're discussing this a month after Bodies, which is very much about fake friendships and things like that. Because, I don't believe that Cecilia is capable of forming a real life, like, in-person friendship. And that, again, that's where I think the movie's commentary is really, really good and effective, because that is what's happening to us. I mean, not you and me, us, but, like, us, the general us.
Atlas Avenue. A long stretch of road that encompasses everything the city of Kennett Heights has to offer. Neon lights, traffic, crime, the hustle and bustle of everyday life, and the craziest of characters. My office was above it all. My name is James Locke, and I'm a PI.
Hello, Mr. J. How the hell you doing today?
Good, Edith. Nearly every year I have a new case. New people to meet, new clues to discover, and new problems to solve. But I do it the old-fashioned way. No technology. Nothing post-1950. Hell, I don't even listen to podcasts, but you should. Atlas Avenue Beat is a spoof of the film noir genre with goofy characters, tons of wordplay, and non-stop raunchy humor. There's also 3 whole seasons out right now with more on the way. Just search for Atlas Avenue Beat wherever you listen to podcasts or visit us online at bloody.fm.
It was late in the afternoon when the professor and I took our way towards the east, whence I knew Jonathan was coming.
Jonathan Harker has asked me to note this, as he says he is hardly equal to the task, and he wants an exact record kept.
Dear Madam Mina, I have read your husband's so wonderful diary. Strange and terrible as it is true. I will pledge my life on it.
God preserve my sanity, for to this I am reduced. Safety and the assurance of safety are things of the past.
I am in hopes that I shall see more of you at Castle Dracula.
Listen to Regarding Dracula wherever you listen to podcasts, or find us online at bloody.fm.